Hello everyone. How are you guys doing? I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for tuning in today at this time. I always appreciate for the people that are live with me. I know not everyone can be here on time and cannot be live, but I know many of you watch later. So thank you so much anyways. And today I just took a shower. I just washed my hair. That's why it's all wet, but that's okay. And the funny thing is I'm wearing like a shirt that I usually use, like was wearing for like job interviews. But now luckily I don't need to go for job interviews anymore. I found myself my own job, which is my business. So that's even better. I'm so glad. So that this shirt just bring me a lot of memories. Hey Celia, how are you? You're amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. Some of you guys know that I'm not really advertising that much my live sessions because I have been extra busy with some other tasks that I'm performing. So you are the best. I love you so much, Celia. You are fantastic. You guys should go check out her YouTube channel. It's amazing. It's also about digital entrepreneurship, and she will be here on August 11th, also providing her testimony about this kind of work. So, for you guys that are curious, want to know more, so please make sure to tune in on August 11th. For that one, I will do advertisement because I really, really want a lot of people to watch that live. And I will not be as busy at that time, so it's gonna be easier for me. That's wonderful. And I will just wait a couple of minutes until some people tune in. But as I said, I'm not really expecting that much people for now because I'm not advertising my live sessions at the moment. But sooner or later, this will happen. Just waiting to reach some goals, some personal and business goals that I have, and then I will be focusing a lot on the YouTube channel. So I'm very excited for that. And by the way, yesterday I was finalizing also some more live sessions that we will have up until September. So I finished the schedule, and there will be many new things coming up, especially in terms of like a collaborations, in terms of people like Celia. Some people will be coming to my channel and then speaking from their experience, and we will be having some like tips from coaches, like mindset coaches, leadership coaches. So it will be very, very interesting. And I'm really looking forward for all of that. And some of you may already know me, but if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Lohana Capanema. I am originally from Brazil, but I live in Toronto, Canada for almost 5 years now. So it's been a while. And I have finished my studies from the University of Toronto. I have graduated with a double major in political science and criminology and a minor in sociology. But previously, I have studied in Brazil, and I have done international relations, which is related to everything that I'm doing now. So it's exciting to see how one thing leads to another, and things are always interconnected. And I am a person that I'm very like a word seeker. So I always try my best to do what I can in order to be successful. So perhaps that was why I was also torn towards entrepreneurship, because it allows me to grow at my own speed, and my future does not rely on anyone else. So basically I decide how fast and how much I can grow and how much I want to grow. So that is very, very interesting and really fits my personality perfectly. So previously, I was working at the University of Toronto. I was helping students with like a resume, cover letter, interviews, and also helping them keep with coping mechanisms during the quarantine. So that was very, very exciting. I learned a lot about personal development, professional development, and also how really adult education works. So now I'm applying here to my current role, and I'm really helping to train my team for my global community. So that has been an amazing journey, and I think everything is aligning perfectly for me. I'll just close my WhatsApp web because I can receive a lot of messages sometimes. And also as a reminder, so if you just turn in and before I forget, please make sure that you like the video and also that you subscribe so then you know about some next videos that are coming in, and also make sure that you comment and interact with me in the chat box. I really like to make this as interactive as possible, and also remember to share with someone because I'm pretty sure that someone will need to hear this message. And as the name of my channel says, it's called Shine Like a Diamond. And why is that? Is because I believe that all of us are diamonds that just need to be polished in order to expand our light and really to shine brightly. So that is my goal here. My goal is to attract those diamonds, attract those people that will really make a difference in the world, people that are leaders that want more from life. They're not just satisfied with their 9 to 5 job and they think that is enough. So I really like to be transparent and honest with what I'm looking for here. And I always hope to attract like minded people, people like Celia, people that want to grow, people that want to expand, people that really want to pull it through. So that really inspires me. And that is why my job is so satisfying because I work with people like that. And one of the reasons why I really love entrepreneurship is because it allows me to choose who I work with. Because from my personal work experience, I had a very nice job. I worked for a great company, but my work was so limited in terms of what I could do. There were so much protocol, so many like rules that I had to follow, and I did not create those rules. So sometimes I would not agree 100% with what I was following. So that really made me hesitant because I was wondering, is that the right thing to do? Because for me, it's not because everyone is doing something or because everyone tells me to do so that I will agree that is the right thing to do. So I really like to provide personalized service, especially when we are talking about people, about human beings. I don't think that it exists a one size fits all type of approach, and I love to do this individualization, and I think that is the characteristic that makes me special in terms of customer service. So people usually like me just because of this, because I do differently. I do not always follow the protocol, and I'm okay with that. I receive a very good feedback from the people that I serve, and that's what I care about. So that made me realize that maybe a corporate, like a job or something like that, would not allow me to grow because I would really be on a box, and I don't like that because I like to expand. So I don't know if I said that in English because I'm pretty sure I mentioned this example in Portuguese in my Tuesday live, is that I did not want to be a bonsai. So bonsai is like a plant, a Japanese plant that does not grow because they cut the roots. So I really feel that sometimes in a corporate world, and also when you are working for a in institution, that is the goal there, to make people like really like a bonsai. But I encourage people to always do more than what they are asking for, and do not be waiting for someone to tell them what to do. So it's very important that you know what you have to do in order to be successful, and really be coachable, and look for mentorship of people that are already been through that path and they know what they're doing from that experience. So that way, I wanted to grow. I wanted to be a big, big tree. So that's why I decided to leave that kind of environment. And now I'm super, super happy. I'm super excited because I'm doing what I actually want. I control everything, my speed, my progress, and I choose who I work with. And also, I have freedom. So I think for me, freedom is always key, is the key word for me, because I like to do the things that I think is right, the things that at the time that I'm available, that I can do it. So if it's a Monday and I want to hang out by the beach with my friends, I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to control. So that is amazing for me, and I really feel that I have a lot of agency, and I feel that I am able now to release all of my power within. So also one of the goals here is not to empower people, but to make people realize the power that they have always had. So that is also one of my goals, and is to inspire and transform people that watch me, that get in touch with me, because what me and my team are doing around the road is something amazing, and you definitely don't want to miss it or don't want to be out of it. I'm telling you right now. And just I think now we can start about our topic of today. So our topic is social media platforms. So something that I usually mention is that when you want to start your own business, it's very important that you are not limited physically in terms of a geography. So, for example, if you open like a bakery, you need to always be at that location. You need to pay rent, you need to pay staff and like a gas and electricity and water and all of that, and you are not able to bring your bakery around. So it's kind of fixed in that spot. So you really rely on the clients that are always on that location. So people that are walking around or something like that. So imagine during the coronavirus, not that many people are going out. So that means that that work is kind of like a dead. And right now it's not allowed dining. So what happens then? People just take go for a takeout, but we know that less people do this because some people really prefer to have like a sit down experience. So that really limits the possibilities of that kind of business. And guess what? They still need to pay rent and they need to pay everything else. Otherwise, they will really bankrupt. And unfortunately, many of them have during this crisis. So it's very important that we always think globally and we work with something that allows us global scale. Global scale is key also to reduce our risk of like a of economical crisis as well. So imagine for that bakery in a in a specific location, it's really depends on like that little spot, for example that neighborhood, and depends on the municipality, depends on the provincial government, federal government. So it really relies on a lot of factors. But once you have something that is like like you can do in different countries. So for example, if Canada goes in crisis, then you can go explore the market in Japan. So then you reduce the risk. So that's very important. And we have this flexibility. So people need to be very careful because before they do a business decision, because that can really put them at risk of not being successful and also not profiting. And as we know, business always requires investments. And for that little bakery, just the rental might be close to 2,000 Canadian dollars. Like if we are thinking about Toronto or downtown. So can you imagine just like per month, just for rent, you pay that much? And imagine if you can have a business in 147 countries, less than like a transportation cost that you would have to go work for at the bakery. So that's something truly amazing that a lot of people miss out because they do not know that is it exists. So a lot of people they say if they are not doing what I'm doing is definitely because they do not know. And because if they knew, they would already be here. So I know some people, they have told me, why you didn't tell me that earlier, because I would have joined you much earlier. I was like, oh, because I don't need like to build a business based on my families and friends, because there are a lot of people in the road and there is also a lot of people on the internet. So that's why I did not go for talk to them at first, because the road is too huge. But I'm so glad that now they have joined me and they are more than welcome to be part of this with me. I'm very excited for them right now. And one other thing that I wanted to mention about business is that if the business or the services or the products are not on the internet, or they if they do not have like a social media presence, it's very, very limited in terms of the amount of people that they can reach. So that's why today's topic is about the best social media platforms that one can use in order to leverage their business. So I usually use a combination of different social media strategies in order to leverage my work. And I think that they have worked so well that now I feel a little bit overwhelmed, and I think I will soon be needing to hire an assistant. But I don't think that that will happen, just because this is entrepreneurship and I am the one that want to talk with all of the clients and the people that come to me. So the thing is really to reach out to more people and get more people that they are equally responsible like myself. And think in terms of advertisement. Like, okay, you open a business, and then usually, what is the thing that you tell? Like, for example, you open a bakery. What do you do at first? You have a list. You call all of your friends and tell them that you're opening the bakery, and that you want them to go check it out, so they will be your first customers. And then you also call your family, and they are usually the first ones to support you with that. And then from there, you kind of start to slowly to build your own clientele. But for me and for this type of business, what we are doing is the opposite strategy. So we are going directly to the people that we don't know, that are already interested in our products and also in our business. So the key here is to understand that we do not rely on friends and family, which is a very small group considering the amount of people that exist in the world. So we do not rely on them in order to be successful. And just before I forget, it's very important that you always ask a specialist about the like any specific knowledge that you might want, because some people, they always go for their family or friends to ask for opinions about something, but most of the time those people are not qualified and they do not know the information that you need in order to take a informed decision. So it's important that you go directly to talk to a specialist, someone that has been successful, someone that has experience in the field that you're looking for, and from their information, from their expertise, then you can base your opinion. So a lot of people sometimes they do not decide, or they don't think is a good idea only because of what their family or friends said, but later on they regret it. But the problem is not what your family or friends told you, is what you believed. Because if you did not dig deeper, if you did not talk to a specialist, and you still decided to give value to an opinion not based on fact or on reality, then it's your fault. I always say that success, it's our own responsibility. So like blaming people around you, oh my, that was my husband's fault because he did not think it's a good idea. No, it was not his fault, it was your fault because you listened to his unbased idea. His idea was not based on any facts, so it was your fault at the end of the day. So our success is our responsibility, and with great knowledge, with greatness also comes a lot of responsibility, because we have to pass it on to others the same way that others have passed it on to us. So always remember that people that truly want something, they do not make excuses, but they actually go and get it. They go and do it. So be very mindful of that, and be with people that bring you the right knowledge, bring you the right information, and people that want to bring you up, people that want your success. And many times I feel that our limiting beliefs, they really comes from ourselves. Sometimes we are the ones that block ourselves to grow, because sometimes we think that we do not deserve it, or because we do not analyze things further, or because we're just lazy and we prefer to be on a comfort zone. I know for a fact that usually the brain likes static things, likes to be in the comfort zone. So I've heard a lot of people that, especially like students, that they talk to me and they were like, "Oh, I did not have good grades because I'm very tempted to just be on Netflix and not study at all." So that is a concern, because you have the chance, you have everything that you need to succeed. But why you don't is because you love to just be sitting on a couch, eating popcorn and watching Netflix. And that is amazing. There's nothing wrong with that. I myself, I love to watch some Netflix, but there's a limit for that, and we need to dedicate and persevere in order to achieve our goals and in order to achieve excellence. So excellence does not come without you doing nothing. So it comes with effort and dedication, and the results that we will obtain tomorrow comes from today. So today is the day that we plant the seed and we sacrifice in order to gather something better and bigger in the future. So it's very important to have this mindset. It's really a matter of mindset, but of course, make sure to have self care moments that take care of yourself, and also have pleasure, enjoy, and really sit and watch a Netflix, but knowing that you have done your homework first, that you have really put in the efforts that you need in order to achieve the best results. So don't be yourself your biggest enemy, and try to fight against that. And for example, for myself, I'm a very competitive person, but I'm not usually competitive towards others. I'm competitive towards myself, because I know that if I am the best version of me, and that if I compete with my laziness or with my procrastination, I can achieve great results. And most of the times, those results, the best version of me, end up being better than others' results, because I put a lot of effort. But that is unintentionally, it just happens by default. So it's interesting to see how that happens. I sometimes I am impressed with what I obtain. I'm like, oh really, that was that special? And people say, yeah, but I was like, I was just doing my best, the best I could. I was not even thinking that it would end up being the best. But that's how hard I try and how much I believe in my work. And this is also related to my work ethic that I like to keep in everything that I do, no matter if it's study or if it's work. It's very important that we do everything that we can. We strive. We really want to be our best version. Just coming back to the topic of the social media. So, in terms of social media platforms, it's really when we unlock and when we really reach the people that are interested in what we offer. So, for example, social networks, social media, it is a network. And why is network so important? Is because everything is connected, everything is interconnected. And this is also related to my model of business, which for me, I'm pretty sure it is the best. And also according to Robert Kiyosaki, that have written the book, The Business of the 21st Century, which explain why the model of business in network is always the best, and it is the the thing that's going to dominate this century. And we need to really notice this before it's too late, and when we are still in the beginning of the century, because later on it's going to be a little bit too late. You will just see us already enjoying the result of our work right now. So if you want to achieve something tomorrow, you just have today. And what I said in all of my lives, the only time that we have is now. We do not know what is going to happen tomorrow. We do not know if the world is going to exist tomorrow or not. So just do what you can for today, and then you are good. So in terms of social networks, so when people are interconnected and everyone is related in that platform, it means that you can reach all of those people, even if you do not have everyone on your as like your friends on Facebook, or not everyone is following you on Instagram. That's okay, because you can still reach all of those people. And there are some secrets, some hidden pieces about Facebook and Google that you can really utilize to maximize your work. So, for example, I run a lot of Facebook ads. So, Facebook also, like Instagram, belongs to Facebook. So once I do a Facebook ad, it also targets Instagram by default. So and you can make sure that you select that option as well. So I usually target people that they are interested in what I offer. So I select my target audience, and I filter by language, by region, by interest, and also you can filter by gender. So there are many filters that you can apply in order to achieve, like, to maximize your target audience. So what is this is what we call our niche. So once you know your niche, you can really be very specific, even though the population might be small, but those are the people that you need. Those are your clients. Those are the people that will take action based on what you have to offer. So that's very interesting how this dynamic work. So for example, for me, I do not talk to people that do not fill up a form to request me to contact them. I'm not like going around and talking to people and asking if they're interested, because I don't have to. Because I know that in the world and daily I have close to 100 people interested in what I have to offer, and I really don't need to go out there and asking, like, hunting for people. So the people come to me. This is also I also do like attraction market. So I attract the right people to me because they identify with myself personally, and they either like me or they like my approach. So then they want to be part of what I offer, and they want to know more about what I do. So that's excellent, because that way it's much easier. The people that I talk to, they are filtered. They are really the people that I want to talk to. And in terms of another very good source is also Google. So I run some Google ads as well, and YouTube belongs to Google. So I usually do those interchangeably. I do them together. So for example, if you want to advertise your product or your service using a video of your competitor, you can. So Facebook really allows you to do that. So you can select um, your advertisement to play using specific videos, and those video could be of your competitor. So it's very nice to know about that as well. And in terms of Google, we know that a lot of people, everything that people wanna search, they will go most likely to Google, and they will advertise over there, and they will like uh, like for example, search how to run a business, and then they can just search on Google. So it's very important that we know the keywords, and that we also filter them in that way. So I think that is also key, because people are looking for things pretty much all the time. And another social media platform that I really, really love, and that's how I end up doing what I'm doing, was via LinkedIn. So there are LinkedIn ads that we can also target and advertise to people that are key for our business. So LinkedIn is a service that people are more, so basically they're more career driven, they're more is like they're more professional, they are more career oriented. So when we go there, it's easier to get people that they are potential business partners or they are clients, because those people, they are like a nicer public. So they are people that usually are well educated, and people there are, they know what they are doing in that platform. So they already have a purpose in mind. So once you go talk to them, they're also usually very polite, and they are interested in what you want to do. And once you schedule a meeting, for example, they usually show up. Because for me, if people don't show up, they just go to the end of the line. So if there's 100 people per day that want to talk to me, they go to the very end and they have to wait for when I'm available again. So I'm not like like uh running and crazily looking for people, because as I said, the people look for me because they want what I have to offer. So that is a very, very different approach, and that makes my work much, much easier. And why I usually talk about the importance of social media is because usually like a traditional advertising techniques and publicity were always based on sometimes physical things. So for example, there are other outdoor advertising. So once you are on the road, you are driving through a road, and then you see those outdoor advertising showing oh, shampoo, skincare or something like that. Most of the times you're not even looking out. You're either driving and concentrated in the road, or you're also looking at your phone if you're a passenger. So you're not very likely to actually be staring outside. And even if you are, it goes so fast that that thing does not stuck on your head, and you have to search. So for example, if you see a brand that you like, or an advertisement that you like, where, like, what you're gonna do about it, what you're gonna do, you will go on your phone and then you're gonna type the brand. So anyways, you will need to have it on your phone, most likely, in order to take any action about it. So for example, to buy it online, to do online shopping or anything, or check prices or read a review of the product, you still need to use it on your phone. So for example, also banners, those standing banners, and also flyers that people give it over to you. Usually those end up on the floor. Nobody usually cares about them, or they read it and say, huh, cool, and then they just throw it away. But if everything's concentrated where you look at the most, and with something, a device that is always with you most of the times, then you have a good source, then you have like a reliable advertising tool, because it will all be concentrated here. You will not lose it, and that way you know that people are looking at the screen. We know for a fact most people spend like most of the day really staring at the screen. So why not bringing that outdoor advertising or that flyer or banner right to where people are going to be looking at for many hours per day? Because maybe they will not take any action, or maybe they will not buy it in the first exposure when they see that first. But imagine like many times per day they see the same advertisement, and one time they'll be like, huh, let me look for this, let me have a look, let me click and see what it is. Or if they see the word sale or promotion, and they'll be like, oh, I've seen this before, I liked it, but I didn't do anything about it, but now it's on sale, let me check it out. So that's usually what brings people's attention, and it's really nice to bring everything they need to just one type of device, or to where you know that they will be looking at the most, so that way you can be more successful and you can have a higher turnout rate. Because I even mentioned in my previous lives that I have done some tests to see which provinces in Canada are more responsive than others. So, for example, I've realized that British Columbia is not very responsive, but places like Alberta and Nova Scotia that I thought would not do as good, they were the best ones. So it's very important that you run some tests to see what works and what does not work. So, for example, I'm very excited. Tomorrow I'm recording some videos. So I will be recording some. I will not say exactly what they are because this is confidential. So I will be recording some videos that I will be promoting abroad to other countries, and that is super duper exciting because that way I will really reach out to those people and places that I've never imagined, and that I really recently realized that those places are growing a lot. So those places are getting big now, and that's why I'm running some ads over there. But I've never imagined visiting those countries, but now I'm like, I've got to go there. That is amazing. And I will soon have some team members there. So it's very interesting to see that not only my company allows me to do that because we do offer services and we sell products over there, because we have local distribution centers in 147 countries, but also that I can actually reach that market by the internet. So are the two things: the infrastructure ready on place, and also the possibility to reach it via the internet if we're not physically available at a place. So when choosing companies to work with, it's very important that you are very careful about what are your possibilities. And why is that? Is because maybe you know everything about digital marketing and you want to go out there and reach out the whole road. But what if your company is not available or your service is not available in other countries? So why would you bother offering and running campaigns in countries where you're you cannot do nothing about that, right? So I know some people from some countries, they talk to me, hey Lohana, and we have some services and we wanted to like um offer to you. And I'm like, okay, tell me about it. And then they say, oh, but it's not available in Canada or in Brazil. And then I'm like, okay, maybe your product is amazing, but if you cannot reach me and if I cannot buy it and you cannot make it a way to come to me, then why will you waste your time to advertise it to me? Like, even even if I want it, I cannot get it. So that's why it's important that you work with the right company. And I'm telling you, I know for a fact my company is the only one that is actually in all of those countries and offer services. So working for a company with this type of business model that is not in over 100 countries is not worth it, because it does not create scale and you cannot leverage up your work as much. Oh, maybe you think one, two countries, six countries is great, but it's not. I'm telling you, it's not enough, because why would you choose something that is so restrictive if you can have pretty much the whole road in your hands, the whole road up to you, available for you to go out there and market and to really expand and grow. So I think it's a little bit irrational. Sometimes I don't know how people base their decisions. I think it's really lack of asking the experts and the specialists and just asking people's opinion. That is the biggest trouble about it, because you might invest in something and And I'm sure that you would invest way more to have something which is way less. So analyzing cost benefit of things also play a big role, because with us we know that is the lowest investment cost and you have the highest turnout rate, like successful rate, and also the potential is much higher. Like it's not even 10 times higher, it's more than that. So people gotta really be careful. And even in terms of company, it's not only the company that makes the difference, but it's the team that you belong to. So getting into the right team makes all the difference, because that way you can really help each other, and the teamwork really makes it changes everything. It is literally a game changer, because imagine if you work for an amazing company like this, but you have nobody to help you out, or those people do not know how to do it professionally or in the right way, and people will ask you to call everyone on your list, which is just like family and friends, and maybe if you're lucky or if your list is long, you have 1,000 people. How can you build a whole business based on 1,000 people if there are 2 billion people connected only on Facebook and 1 billion people connected on Instagram? So why on earth would you do it in that way? It's because you did not have people that would guide you, that would help you and prepare you for something bigger. And for people that belong to my global community of leaders, we also focus on personal branding. Of course, this is only for the people that are showing, really showcasing some leadership qualities and also some very high potential. And then we invest on their personal branding. And I love to see that how personal branding really attracts more people, because many times it's not even about the business or the product or the company, but it's actually about who advertises it. So people, if people love you, they love your product and your company for sure. So it's also important to pay attention to how you advertise yourself. And I was saying about the job interview. So this is not for a job interview, but is for a way to make people attracted to me. So all of those things are ways to sell ourselves. So for example, job in a job interview, you are selling yourself and what to do and why that company should choose you. So this way is also it's kind of like the opposite. You are still like selling yourself, but you are not it's kind of like you are making the people decide why they would join you. So it's kind of like the other way. It's like the interviewer is getting the interviewee to want to work for them or with them in this case. So it's interesting to see how this all plays out. And right now, I'm really focusing on my team's personal branding. I have already noticed the ones that are really shining. So I'm really focusing on their success, because their success is also my success. I was mentioning in previous lives how all of our work is interconnected, and the result of one impacts on the result of another. So it's essential that we really work together and make sure that everyone is doing a good job, so we can, as a team, we can all go up together and be very successful. And in terms of social media, um, I think I have said everything that I kind of like wanted to say, because I will not I will not provide as much information, because this is also very confidential in the way like how I run Facebook ads or Google ads, because I really do not know any external people to know this information, because this is one of the things that make our team unique, is because we are the only ones that know how to do it properly. So for people that want to know, they're more than welcome to join our team, and we perform um, sometimes daily, but for sure weekly training in terms of social media, in terms of how to build business, how to really be professional. So we have, like, right now we are releasing our TV channel, so it's only YouTube, but it's restricted only to people that belong to our team. So those are our team trainings. So that's why I cannot share as much information, and many of the things are confidential. But on Tuesday, I'll actually be mentoring someone that lives in Portugal to set up their Facebook ads, and I'm pretty sure that the mentorship gonna take 3 hours. So it is that long because we need to make sure all the medias are programmed well, that we will optimize our search and really reduce the cost of each lead. So lead is basically someone on the internet that is interested in your service. So once the lead takes an action, we say that it has been converted. So there was a high conversion rate, and that person have done what you wanted them to, which is like purchase a product, for example, or utilize your services. So I really, really like, honestly, right now, I just work with leads, with people on the internet that are looking for me, that they want to talk to me, and then I make some time for them. And every single day, I just see more and more people interested in on that. And I really hope to have more people that will help me with that. They are also interested in doing this kind of work, because the world is really big. The world is large, and I am a person that I have limited time, and everyone have just as much time to dedicate. And that is why I always say that it's very important to duplicate our workforce, so that way we can leverage it up and have a better result as a team. And for the next live session, I will be focusing on the power of the team. And for the other one, I will be explaining a little bit more about my company that I'm really, really in love. Oh my gosh, I think about it every day. I even dream about it. So it's how much I love them and how much they are really allowing me to do a great job. And I'm very grateful for having an amazing team and amazing people around me that are like mentoring me. They're helping me out, but the ones that I'm also helping. And I really hope to attract the right people, the leaders out there, to be here with me so we can really pull it off, because the demand is pretty much infinite. It's never over. It's the opposite. It just grows and grows and grows, which is great. But we really need to be able to really provide this service to this demanding to like ever growing demand. And tomorrow I will actually be visiting one of my clients. I'm so happy. Last time I went for a special brunch with a client, and tomorrow we are actually going for the hair salon to do some things on our face, because we also get paid for this. So part of our work is also to look healthier, prettier, and also younger. So it's amazing that taking care of myself, which is something that I would have to do it and would want it to do anyways, is actually something that I'm being paid for. So it just combines everything that I love, and I have so much pleasure to be doing this work. So look forward to meeting this client tomorrow. So every single week I'm meeting different clients and people that also I just met like online, but I never met in person. And now I'm really having the chance of, because of COVID is getting better, I'm really having the chance to have one-on-one interaction either with clients or with business partners, and that is truly amazing. And I see how the internet is changing lives, is changing my lives, and is allowing me to connect with many other people and have a positive impact in the world, which is my biggest goal, and really to build this global community of leaders, of like-minded people, people that want more from life, but people also that want to give more to others and to society. And the hashtag for today is hashtag social media. Next week is going to be about the power of the team. And please let me know if you have any questions that I'm very, very happy to answer. And usually I provide my form so people can contact me personally on a one-on-one. But because the demand has been so, so huge over the past weeks that I need to wait until I finalize with everyone that is pending and that is waiting contact. So then I can pull it the form again. So for you. I am very happy to talk to you. It's just that you might have to wait a little bit longer until it gets better. I can really talk to everyone for the following week. And hopefully by next week, you can fill up this form and I can talk to you personally. It's going to be a real pleasure for me. Thank you so much for watching. And I know it's a Thursday night. I really appreciate if you're here with me watching. And I know that people that are genuinely interested are the ones that watch until the end and they really set up a time to listen and to learn. And I really appreciate that. So remember to like this video and also to comment because I always check some comments afterwards, and also to share because I know some people need to listen to this message, need to get out of their comfort zone, and also to get out of their Netflix couch. So that will be of a big service and that gonna really add value to others. So thank you very much, and I really look forward to seeing you guys next week. Have a great one, and as always, keep shining. Bye bye.